Okay, so a large part of the progress that you make through the training, the kind of training that I would advocate, is as much what you shouldn't do as what you should do. So what many people don't understand is just how your body deteriorates with age. So I did another video a little while ago on adaptive muscle shortening. And I used cycling as the example here. So in cycling, the general way of exercising is a little bit strange, yeah? So you never really go to any big range of motion and then contract back from there. It's all it's all here. So I like cycling. Indeed, I cycled most of the way around Australia and around New Zealand twice. I do enjoy cycling myself, and it's a good form of exercise. But it's clearly not the way we've evolved to move our bodies. Now, a key aspect in how we move, and indeed how most animals move, particularly land animals, is the concept of lengthening a muscle and contracting a muscle. So remember that all the muscles are integrated in our body, so they're integrated with other muscles all the time. So they're constantly lengthening, contracting in groups and working against each other to provide leverage, and there's all sorts of these lengthening and contracting relationships going on in the body all the time whenever you're moving. So when you're cycling, for example, you never get this yet. So your body never gets to the point where it's completely stretched and lengthened in either direction. So you've never got that really good length-tension relationship that's going on. So when you think about the fundamentals of human movement, which would be fundamentally gait, as you come through your gait cycle, here you're lengthened, here you're shortened here. As you come through, you're lengthened here, and then it goes short again. So you're constantly going through a good range of motion, and the same with your upper body as well. So as you drive forward, you're lengthened here, then you're lengthened here, and then also all over the body. Of course, you're rotating as well. So you've got as you rotate this way, you're lengthened here, you're shortened here, and vice versa, and it's going on everywhere. So now this is something that doesn't happen very well as you age. So as your posture deteriorates, you haven't got the ability. So if I go into a rounded shoulder position, you haven't got the ability to rotate properly here. So you never get this lengthening in kind of your pecs and your core or any other areas of your body. Everything's shortened. So then every step you take from then on is further reinforcing the shortening of the muscle and fascia in your body. And so this goes with almost everything that you do. So the short answer is what shouldn't I do is kind of almost everything. But obviously you can do some exercises to try and reverse that, which is what the static postural exercises and the gait exercises are about in some of my other videos. So you notice that the gait exercises often involve some big movements that take you through a range of motion, but you need to have that postural base to be able to hit that range of motion and to be able to get the stretch. So for example, I might do something where I'm swinging a kettlebell up here. So with good posture, you should get some form of stretch in this region as you come up into this position. So it's swinging up here, and stretch, and then also, there are all sorts of stretches going on in that exercise. If you don't have the correct postural position, you're doing this, you won't get the stretch where you should get it, you will get the stretch where you shouldn't get it. And so where you shouldn't get it here is if I were to swing a kettlebell, for example, up here, I'm going to get it lower back. And so this is an area that I shouldn't be rotating in. Biomechanically, we should be rotating in the upper torso only, not around at the lower back. So the gait exercises are dangerous exercises if you haven't got the correct postural position to begin with. So, but they're essential, as they're the only real way that you're ever going to improve your movement, and that we can stop your inevitable destiny to the surgeon's chair as you get older, or the surgeon's table as you get older, because it will happen. Everything that you do is driving this adaptive muscle shortening all over your body, and so this is something that I'm trying to explain to people when I'm training them, that there are certain things that you can stop yourself doing, and you need to try and move to a way where that you're kind of evolved to move. Now don't forget, of course, that this is probably, it's not a problem just down to modern culture. So obviously the modern culture of sitting at your desk is a big problem, and it's a big reason that we've got big postural problems. Smartphones also with that, with their head position. But this may be something that human beings were always destined to have. Remember that we haven't really evolved to live past 40 years of age, mostly. I mean, in most of our even evolutionary history, most people would be dying before their 40th birthday, just simply because they would have died by being hunted, they would have died through illness, disease, and other things. So the life expectancy of people living to the age of 80 plus, this hasn't happened until relatively recently, in the last few hundred years perhaps, or even in the last 100 years. So perhaps we shouldn't expect our bodies to stand up particularly well over time. So we have to really find a way around this and to try and age a little bit more gracefully, and that's really at its core what this whole training system is about. It's about trying to reverse the inevitable, or even at least delay the inevitable. So I hope you find this website and this YouTube channel very useful, and please, if you train with me personally, take a look at some of these videos to help remind you about the techniques and more information about the training.